Hi Virgo, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign, Virgo, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, may help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So your key to the week this week is the Moon card. Now before I get into that, I just want to apologize. I am currently melting. You can see my t-shirt flowing. You can probably hear the hum of the fan in the background there. I'm really sorry. It's very hot here in the UK at the moment, so needs a must. I'm just getting through it as best I possibly can. So I apologize for the state of me. With that said, your Moon card is the key to the week. The Moon card for me has a very cyclic and past looking sort of energy about it, and it can be somewhat nebulous, all right, because it's a Piscean energy, but it's not always the easiest of energies. What I will say to you with this though, this feels for me like an old pattern or an old cycle is coming up for review this week. So something is being revealed to you, something is being brought up or bubbling up from within you, and it's like you're looking at this and saying, wow, how does this get adjusted? How do I move this into a different direction? How do I allow this to change my how do I allow this to change my perspective or to perpetuate a certain cycle in my life? So this is a really long-winded fancy way of saying this week you're going to catch yourself in a process, whether this is a thought process, something that you say consistently, something that you do, maybe a ritual of some kind, and you're going to see it for what it is and say, wow, this has brought me up to this point, but actually from here on in it's more like a bad habit that I need to get rid of. There's something this week from your past that you're phasing out, and in all of these different sectors of your life, in some way, shape or form, the past is going to try to encroach, and this week you are doing what you can in order to change that experience. That being said, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves share. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. Oh, and by the way, happy damn birthday to you. I truly hope you have a wonderful solar return. I hope you have an amazing time of it, and remember to fill the day of your birthday with a little bit of everything that you want this next 12 months ahead to have in it for you. This is about setting the intention, imprinting the universal energies with a little bit of everything that you want to expand and to grow for you over the course of this next 12 months. All right, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. For your actions and options this week, you've got the Page of Cups. Whatever you are doing this week, whatever action steps you are taking, whatever you are setting into motion over the course of this week, you will be revisiting it again late February coming into early to midpoint of March. This is a big deal, right? And the reason I say that is because that's a time sequence. When it comes to your oh, come on brain. When it comes to your actions and options, I think this week a lot of what you do is going to be heart-led, and it's like you're really trusting your intuition this week. And a part of that is probably because you catch yourself doing something that is either self-deprecating, maybe it is something that's counterproductive to what you're trying to build, and it's like you catch it and you say, no, you know what, I love myself more than that. And this really is one of those weeks, right? It's one of those weeks where you catch yourself doing or saying something and you're like, you know what, this is not for me. You know, that, yes, maybe it was a defense mechanism, maybe it kept me safe, maybe it helped me come to the point that I'm at in my life, but it's from this point on, it's just a hindrance. What this also tells me is that your dreams this week are going to be very powerful, very vivid. Pay attention to them. Keep a dream journal if you can. One thing that I can't remember where I read this, but for dream recall, it's like when you so as soon as you wake up after a dream and you think, wow, that was amazing, don't get straight up unless you're going to get straight up and write it down, or you reach for your phone and you type it in as a voice note. literally lay there and stay in the dream so that you can hold that sort of memory of the dream in your conscious mind. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Five of Wands underneath the Moon card. Honestly, I think a lot of you are going to become very aware this week of where your competition is and where your true competition lies. Like the people that really are competing against you in your field, maybe the people that are, you know, do you know what I mean? Like in some way, shape or form, it's like you're looking at certain people or certain connections and saying, wow, okay, this person is actually actively trying to, you know, not harm me or my work or my business, but you're definitely aware of who the contenders are that are competition for you, your work, your business or your career. Now, that being said, this could also be that you are interacting with people from the past and you are built, because remember, this is construction as well. So for some of you, you're building something or creating something with somebody that you've worked with from the past, somebody that you have maybe previously done some really good work with. There's something here that suggests that you are building something new, but with somebody from the past. So that could be great. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, honestly, this is not a week to, because it looks like you're going to be tempted to watch what fellow students are doing. And if you do that, you're going to take the eye off the prize and you're probably not going to achieve what it is that you wanted to. You've got to stay focused on your own plate this week for those of you that are studying. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, I mean, look, this could be a week where the office water cooler talk is very loud. There could be a lot of gossip flying around this week. There could be a lot of, not backstabbing, but there's definitely a lot of information flying out and a lot of it looks like it's bullshit, to be quite honest with you. So watch out for that. Stay in your heart space this week, all right? Virgo, Sun, Moon or Ascendant, whichever one this is for you, stay in your heart space because you will know what's being chucked out for the sake of being chucked out and what's being chucked out to trip people up. Stay out of it this week. When it comes to those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, same thing. However, I like this for maybe you building or constructing something new within the business that you've got. So, and especially with the Page of Cups, this suggests that it's something that you've wanted to do for a long time. Maybe you didn't have the time, maybe you didn't have the money or the resources, but it's like you're building something new onto or into your business this week that allows you to really expand it in some way. So very exciting. When it comes to your those of you that are retired and no longer working, if you're actively seeking work, stop looking in the same place that other people are competing for work in. What this means is if there's a group that you're working with, you know, like because they're looking for jobs and stuff as well, this is not the week for it. Pull yourself out of that group and start being more independent with your search. When it comes to those of you that are retired and no longer working for any other reason, honestly, right? Get into a sport, get into something that is a team-based thing that is competitive, but it's like healthy competition. That's much needed for you guys. For your love and relations, you've got the Emperor card. For those of you that are married, your husband or the more alpha of you that's in the partnership, especially with the Moon card, there could be some confusion this week that they are feeling. So, and it's not necessarily about you. This could be about their stuff, about things that they're trying to build, about things that they're trying to do. It could also be that something that they worked really hard on just doesn't, you know, it's not quite hitting the mark, or it's not quite getting the numbers or the growth or the reach. And a part of this suggests to me that this week maybe you're having to step in for a partner and say, okay, well look, this is what you need to adjust in order for this to be, you know, what it is. And sometimes that can get messy depending on the type of relationship that you have. Sometimes your partner will, you know, if they're open and, you know, honest and can take criticism, they'll say, okay, you know what, yeah, cool, show me what we need to do, let's remix this business. If you know, then you know. For those of you that are single, this is really nice. I mean, it could be that for some of you that are single, you're meeting somebody from your past. However, it could also be that maybe somebody who you perceive to have had competition. So maybe somebody that you wanted to date from your past, but there was always somebody else in the picture, or they never, they always had people that they were seeing, but they were never tied down, and you're like, okay, you know what, it's either you and me, or like somebody that maybe you wanted but didn't want to compete for in your past or in your history could be coming back into your world. And I gotta be honest, the feeling that I get from it this week is that they are actually ready. It may be you this week that is kind of saying, I'm not sure I'm in that space anymore. For your money and materials, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, gorgeous, especially with the Five of Wands, because your money comes through group connections and or associations this week. I will say as well, because you've got that Page of Cups, your money, your finances, it's like there's opportunities to make money from things that you genuinely love to do. It might be for some of you as well that you're reconsidering an avenue that previously was closed to you because you chose to either withdraw, or it didn't feel right to you, or maybe even felt like too much work. Like this week, it's like you're getting a glimpse of how something can now actually fit into your life, which is great. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is a change in the winds, especially if you've had like hormonal stuff. I'm not a doctor, can't give you medical advice, but if you've had like a hormonal imbalance, or you've felt sort of internally that your system was a bit sort of off kilter, this week it looks like you're regulating in some way, which is great. And then when it comes to your home and environment, I wouldn't say that this is necessarily you're changing homes, but this definitely looks like you're changing something within the home. So this could be construction. It could be that maybe you're deciding to get an extension. Maybe you're deciding to change the layout of the home. Whatever it is, it's likely to be a big job. It's going to be something that takes time, money, effort, potentially building something onto the, I'm not entirely sure this is the best week to start the construction, but obviously you have to look at your own chart and your own timing and stuff, but all in all, it actually looks like a great week, even with the moon card. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.